Lion Pride Sports, I'm Seth Close.
And I'm Tom Hartbeck. Lindenwood's football team put together a dominating performance on Saturday in Joplin, Missouri. They defeated Missouri Southern by a score of 37-17. The Lions led by just 7 late in the second quarter and had a 4th and 8 play at the Missouri Southern 27-yard line. Najee Jackson completed a pass to Kai Collier for the first down, and Lindenwood would score a touchdown a few plays later by Shaquem Wharton. The Lions next take on UCM for Senior Day, looking for their 5th win of the season.
Lindenwood Volleyball is looking forward to the postseason play. The Lady Lions swept Emporia State in 3 sets. The outside hitters for the Lions had a big match. Haley Sigel had 13 kills, and Alex Dahlstrom recorded the 9 kills. They wrap up their home game against Southwest Baptist on November 9th.
Men's soccer won against Northeastern State by a score of 1-0 this weekend. The game-winning goal was scored 41 seconds into overtime by Steven Lalaco off a cross by Gabriel Hymas. With the win, the Lions finished the regular season at 10-7 and 5-3 in the MIAA. They now await the selection of the NCAA tournament to see if their season will go on.
Cross country set their sights on NCAA D2 Central Regionals this past weekend. The men scored 214 points and landed themselves in 7th place. Clayton Durchacek was the top runner for the Lions, finishing 26th with a time of 32 minutes and 33 seconds. The women's team failed to qualify as a team. Kaylee Brower finished with an individual score of 146th place and ran a 24:49.
Field hockey won this weekend over Limestone by a score of 3-0. The win pushed the Lions to 17-2 overall and 8th in the nation. They will have more on their historic season later in the show.
Men's hoops held their own against Marquette this weekend. The Lions led the Big East powerhouse at halftime. They stayed with the Golden Eagles throughout the second half, and the game came down to the wire. The Lions eventually fell by the score of 81-79. The Lions came out on fire in the first half, shooting over 60% from the field and from three-point range. The game went down to the final buzzer, and Lindenwood's Jackson Price couldn't get the shot to go down. They next travel to Wisconsin Dells for the MIAA NISC Classic this Friday and Saturday.
The women's basketball team fell 77-57 at Chaifetz Arena versus SLU last Friday. This was the first exhibition game for the Lions. They led 19-18 at the end of the first quarter, but were eventually edged out by the Billikens. In the second exhibition game in Springfield at Missouri State, the Lions fell 75-48. The Bears. Kylie Bildner led the Lions on the trip with 29 points across both games. The Lions open up play at home against Southern Arkansas this Friday at 11 a.m.
Women's ice hockey had a tough weekend in Wentzville this week. The Lady Lions dropped both games to number 10 Robert Morris University. In the first game, the Lions were blanked 6-0, and in the second, they were able to get some offense, but ultimately fell 4-2. Up next, we talk to the women's ice hockey coach and look ahead at the rest of the season.
And later, we'll look at some of the top Lion performances this week, so don't go anywhere.
They'll test you. Try to break your will. But however loud the loudness gets, however many cheese puffs may fly, you're the driver, the one in control. Stand firm. Just wait. And move only when you hear the click that says they're buckled in for the drive. Never give up till they buckle up.
When it comes to saving money,
What? Parents!
don't act like a baby.
Oh, it's like they're having their own little meeting. This is so humiliating.
Be the boss
I'm the boss.
What the?
Power nap. You were saying.
and make a budget.
Let's get to work.
Need a little help?
Stacy, read back the notes.
I can't read. What's it say?
Create a personalized savings plan and get other tools and tips
We can share.
You obviously didn't go to business school.
at feedthepig.org.
Marie, you have prediabetes.
Prediabetes? I don't have time to eat right or exercise. I'm a busy mom.
Oh, you're a busy mom.
Yeah.
This is great news. Busy moms never get prediabetes.
Wait, what?
Let me just... Yeah, this is all the people at risk for prediabetes, and way over here, busy moms. No?
The Lindenwood women's ice hockey team took on Robert Morris this weekend in a doubleheader. The Lady Lions fell against the Colonials in both games, but head coach Scott Spencer is optimistic that his team can grow with one another before the playoffs begin.
We competed well in the first night for all 60 minutes. They're a pretty talented team. Again, they're number 9 in the country this week. Well, we got off to a little bit of a slow start Saturday, and then we came back, and I thought our group did a good job of battling back to even the score up in the second period. But I was happy with our overall the weekend. Again, first night score doesn't really tell the whole story, but pretty happy with our group. We're a young group too, so it's building. We want to be good in February when playoffs kick around.
The Lions look to improve on their 2-7-1 mark this season and will next face Lindenwood Belleville in an exhibition game November 14th at the Lindenwood Ice Arena in Wentzville. Coming up next, we'll take a step into the Lions' Den and highlight the top Lions of this past week.
Fancy pants peanut butter? A big screen television? You haven't even bought a sofa yet. A motorcycle? When your father finds out, he's gonna flip his shoes with 2 buckles? What do you even need 2 buckles for? Mr. Big Shot, buying whiskey shots for everybody in the bar. From the looks of it, I'd say nobody even remembers. Feed the pig.
Listen, I realize that I'm not perfect, but it all really started to change because you judge me for having a problem. No one is going to know that I need help. I need help. I know that no one is going to judge me for having a problem. I realize that I'm not perfect, but it all really started to change because you listen.
Welcome into the Lions' Den this week, and first off, we're going to have field hockey. Field hockey won the ECAC for the 3rd year in a row this weekend with a 3-0 win over Limestone that we mentioned earlier in the show. But despite this and their 17-2 record this season, they were not chosen for the 6-team tournament field to decide the national championship. But congratulations overall to the team on 3 phenomenal seasons. Seth, who do you have in the Lions' Den this week?
Well, I have the Lindenwood women's volleyball team. They sent off their 5 seniors this weekend. And the seniors were Jessica Kreischild, Alex Dahlstrom, Ivy Reynolds, Megan Helwig, and Emily Wiley. This group of seniors led the Lions to an 18-12 season and a spot in their conference tournament.
Senior day for men's soccer was also this past weekend. This Sunday, seniors Stefan Andrich, Ryan Bouchard, Gabriel Hymas, and Captain Jeremy Tutas played their last game at Hunter Stadium for the Black and Gold. The game ended in golden goal overtime, as we said earlier in the show, with a header by Steven Lalaco off a cross from senior Gabriel Hymas. The 4 seniors had a highlight season last year, winning the MIAA conference title. And congratulations to the soccer seniors on a successful campaign this season.
That's it for the Lion Pride Sports. I'm Seth Close.
And I'm Tom Hartbeck. We'll catch you next time.